long day at the office. A lot of work. It's a lot of work. Really, the only thing that'll make me happy is butter pretzels. It's the only thing that gets me through the day. Oh man, let's make sure I get a lot of butter on there. Good. Very, very good. Don't know what I'd do with it. Oh, I think I'm having a heart attack. Oh, man. Oh, where's my life alert? Thank goodness for my life alert. So as you should know, the heart is a muscle. Now we know how muscles are controlled, and that's by the neurons running throughout our body. A lot can go wrong during this process, however. As we know, as the action potential travels through neurons, it's regulated by ion movement in and out of the neurons. The same goes for that muscle cell. If for some reason that muscle cell becomes impermeable or too permeable to sodium or potassium ions, this process can be disrupted, causing an irregular heartbeat. An irregular heartbeat is the source of most cardiac arrests, like we just saw in Mr. Butter Pretzel a minute ago. One specific cause of cardiac arrest is hyperkalemia, meaning there's too much potassium in the blood. When there's too much potassium in the blood, it leads to too much potassium in the extracellular space around the neuron. Now, as we know, neurons depend on a resting potential, meaning the outside is rather positive while the inside is negative. When there is a lot of potassium outside of the cell, the potassium ions have a hard time flowing through the potassium leak channels, leading to a buildup of positive ions inside of the cell, which depolarizes that cell membrane, leading to false action potentials, which therefore cause cardiac arrest.
In a healthy heart, the synatrial node, or pacemaker, fires an electrical impulse through the upper chambers of the heart, or atria, allowing them to contract. The signal continues to the atrioventricular node, which then causes the lower chambers, known as ventricles, to pump. This process is repeated at a healthy rate of 60 to 100 beats per minute, ultimately allowing you to live. During cardiac arrest, also known as ventricular fibrillation, erratic signals disrupt the steady beat of the heart and instead cause the ventricles to spaz out, preventing blood from being pumped throughout the body. This frequently leads to death. That's not very neat.
Life alert, paramedic, I'm here to help. Let me see what's wrong. Uh-oh, you're under ventricular fibrillation. Looks like you're having a heart attack. I'll get my defibrillators.
I'm alright!
He's alright, we did it! Thanks, Life alert.
Yeah. Now, what saved my life in the last skit was a defibrillator. Now, how these things work is they apply an electrical charge to an important mass of the heart, restarting the beat. You can think of it as restarting your laptop if it freezes. Now, a common misconception is that if your heart stops beating, you can apply this electrical charge to the heart to make it work again. You can see this in a lot of stupid TV shows like Grey's Anatomy. However, they are only useful if there's a ventricle fibrillation or some sort of irregular heartbeat. Specifically, the electrical charge depolarizes the heart muscle cells. It serves as a false action potential to restart the heartbeat and to hopefully make it regular once again. This explains why it cannot be used if the heart has stopped beating. This false action potential cannot force a heartbeat, but instead bring it back to its start, restart it. And each time this is done, each time the paddles pump the patient's chest, a new false action potential is being sent to that heart. And it will continue to do so until the heartbeat begins to go in its regular pattern.
If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.